For details on how you can help, head to our Facebook page. Sian Doherty there. OK, due to technical difficulties, we have been unable to give you the Powerball numbers tonight, but we will bring them to you as soon as they come to hand. Now to the dungeons beneath one of Perth's most historic buildings. The Supreme Court is well recognised, but few people have actually been inside, and cameras never allowed underground. Alison Fan was given an exclusive tour by our state's top judge.
We are exposed to the worst sides of our community activities and the worst things that people do.
It's scenes like these you see on our nightly news, outside our Supreme Court. But tonight, for the very first time, we take you to a place you've never seen before. Inside, down and under our state's most historic building. Inside, the judge's inner sanctum.
And this is one of the original design features of the building, and it's been here since 1903 because, of course, there wasn't electricity then.
And even more stunning, what lies below? A labyrinth of dark, dank, hidden dungeons underneath the entire 113-year-old building, thought to be once used for prisoners. These walls in the dungeons of the Supreme Court are among the oldest in WA. And within these walls, century-old records of our state's entire legal history, hundreds of thousands of documents and files dating back decades, stored in the corridors of old cells and recesses, 19th century facilities coping with 21st century demands.
Yes, there are maintenance problems, but the heritage value of this building is profound.
WA's Chief Justice Wayne Martin allowing us this exclusive look at what's always been strictly private, part of his campaign to demystify these hallowed halls of justice.
This is the judge's conference room. It was previously the library. You can see the way in which the building was heated.
In a time before electricity.
So in order to provide natural light into the building, they had to have light wells, and this is the glass that separates one of the light wells from the judicial area, and it contains a depiction of the famous Lady of Justice, known as Justicia.
Into a more familiar area. So this is one of the original courtrooms and it's seen some pretty dramatic events.
Yes, this is one of the courts going back to 1903. But there have been some exciting events here. Some of the people who were due to appear in this court in 2004 decided that they would abscond. They broke out of the security area downstairs, made their way onto Barrack Street. A couple of them commandeered some cars.
Police have stopped traffic, building a wall of patrol cars across the width of the southbound lane.
And that revealed some significant shortcomings in our security area downstairs, and we got an upgrade in that, thankfully, as a result of that effort.
But our Chief Justice is hoping the tighter security surrounding our courts does not deter the public from seeing how justice is being done.
I hope it hasn't discouraged people because unless you've got a weapon on you, it's not going to be obtrusive. I've been surprised at how few people know that our courts are open to the public and anybody can come in any day of the week and sit in the back of the court and watch what's going on.
Updating the court's image, another reason he led the charge to abolish wigs.
One of the criticisms that I hear a lot, which I think is entirely unfounded, but one that I do hear a lot is, oh, you judges are out of touch with what's happening in the community. That's an easy criticism to make if we're sitting there dressed like 19th century French courtesans.
Now, for the first time in more than 100 years, major new headquarters across the road.
Our criminal work is now conducted in numbers that the judges who are here in 1903 would never have believed.
From this to this.
Just in my time as Chief Justice, the population of the state's grown by 30%. We do 40 to 50 murder trials a year now.
Also alien to these Supreme Court forefathers, today's dominant drug crimes and the massive litigation thanks to our mining boom.
Perth is now an international commercial centre. We now deal with cases involving billions of dollars, literally. That's the scale in which litigation is conducted in this state now.
An exclusive tour of Perth's unknown dungeons there, and in 40 years of court reporting, even Alison Fan didn't know they existed. If you're interested in seeing how justice is done, the courts are open from 10 a.m. Now to the prominent WA sporting captain who's also an adrenaline junkie. Mark Reddings joins us, and Ash Brazill is certainly a thrill seeker, Mark.
Monica, it's in her DNA. But as skipper of the West Coast Fever, Ash has been warned to stay away from dangerous activities off